Hi, everyone. Ben Welsh, your head golf professional here. And we kind of started this last year as I would like to just say thank you to you all for a great year this year. 2023 started out as kind of a slow start. We had a wet spring. We had a big snow year last year, so we were excited for golf. We had an incredible tournament season. A member was full as it always is, and I think everybody had a great time. We had our men's member guest in July, ladies member guest in early August, and our second men's member guest in the end of August, all of which were full. Everybody had a great time. We ate well, drank well, and the golf was amazing. So again, thank you for such a great season. You all have supported myself and my staff all season long, and we appreciate the way you come to use the club. So I wanted to take you out just for a little bit of a year-end golf tip here, and I thought this year, because this view is incredible right now. This is October 21st. It looks like this. And I know that hole number 11 is kind of a challenge for a lot of people. We get some uneven lies in the fairway, and I know that carry into the green is tough for a lot of our ladies. So I thought I might walk you through a couple things I think about when I play number 11. So here off the tee, at least from the men's blue tee here, it's about a 220 shot down into the fairway. So we'll start this way and we'll see what we get down there. Just right, down there in that right corner of the fairway. Come on along, let's see what we've got. Well, I imagine some of you are headed off to warmer places, Arizona, Florida, maybe just down on the Front Range. The weather forecast looks great the next couple of weeks. Go Broncos. And so again, I thought, maybe a reminder for some of those golf swing thoughts that you can keep with you for the fall. So driving, it's beautiful out here today. It's supposed to be 65 up here in the mountains. For those that don't know, our maintenance crew's been hard at work. They have to spray 2 separate snow mold applications that keep the turf in good shape underneath the snow. So they've got one of those down, and then they have to wait 10 days or 2 weeks or so to get the second one down. So that's all part of them getting it ready for winter. So this is a good example. This is where my tee shot ended up here, and let's see what we've got. I've got 180 to the pin. Pin's all the way back. So this is kind of that like 165 to the middle, 180 to the back. But and I don't know how well the camera will show here, but kind of a downhill, side hill lie. So 180, let's see. Here's going to be my trick, is that we've got it a little bit into the wind today too. So see if we can show this well enough. The slope's kind of going this way, but also a little down. And I think that's what makes this such a challenging second shot, is that we have a big long carry to the green, but we also have to make sure we get solid contact with it. What I find is that, as I set up to this and I'm in line with the pin here, is that the slope is kind of throwing me off here, right? I know I've got to hit it high enough to carry this whole hazard, but because of the slope, it puts my weight in my front foot here, and then your brain is kind of trying to figure out, how do I make solid contact, but how do I hit it high enough to get it over the hazard? So what I see a lot of people do is, for one, they don't take enough club. Because when we've got it on a down slope like this, we may tend to catch it a little thin. And so I went ahead and clubbed up. This is 1 full club more than I would have for this yardage. But as I go to set up to this one too, I want to put the ball a little bit back in my stance, because I've got to keep weight kind of forward here. And then my main goal is going to be to kind of keep my weight shifting forward and stay down, sort of stay in the shot longer. Usually that tendency is to fall back a little bit, like you're helping it up in the air. And especially because of the downhill lie, you're going to catch it thin, or you're going to hit behind it and you're not going to get over the hazard. So my main thought here is to kind of feel that weight in my left side. And then I'm really just going to kind of, last rehearsal, I want to feel my weight get down into my front foot and kind of hang in there. So let's see how this goes. I'm also going to aim kind of toward that left front portion of the green, just to not mess with that hazard over there. There, and kind of like I described, I caught that a little thin, but I took an extra club, which was awesome. So that kind of faded back in there. It's probably 15 feet all the way in the back of the green. But had I not taken an extra club, I probably would have fanned it off into that bunker and we'd be looking at a whole different deal. So that pre-shot process is really, really important, especially when you get here. And for those of you that kind of try to cozy it down there in the end of the fairway, or some of our ladies I know try and get it all the way down there, same kind of challenge, uneven lie, or you get it in the rough. This just can be a really kind of a challenging hole while you make the turn. So let's cruise up there. We'll see what we do at the end of it. All right, walking back up to the green here. Man, I love this time of year. The temperature's perfect out here. It was probably 40 degrees this morning. Same as we walk up on the kind of aerated greens here. You know, we aerated 3 weeks ago. So kind of interesting down on the Front Range in Denver. You know, they aerate greens right after Labor Day, but the grass is still growing enough that they heal in about 10 days. Up here, we don't want to sacrifice that part of September because it's some of our best weather all year. So we hold off as long as we can, but the grass really isn't growing as quickly now that it's colder in the evenings. And so, you know, they're a little bumpier than usual, but I played yesterday. They actually roll a little quicker than you might imagine. So, little ball marker. All right, so it's like, here's my ball mark. Looks like we barely cleared the bunker. Remember we talked about that taking one extra club. So had I not taken that extra club, we'd be looking at a bunker shot or maybe even worse. So really important just to take that pre-shot, think through everything, right? And same, I was more aiming over there, but that downhill, side hill lie kind of made everything, you know, even push off of the club face, but then it had a little fade on it also. So same kind of thing. You just got to make sure that you think things through ahead of time. And then this one, I just happen to know, but I'll share my little secret here. This hole number 11 green really moves more down valley. There's some valley effect here. So this putt kind of going down valley is a little quicker than you think. I'm not sure. This one might break kind of like a ball or a ball. Well, let's see if we get lucky, make a birdie for the camera. Well, it broke after the hole, but we'll take that. Never mind a par on 11. So I hope that helps, you know, maybe a little something to think about those uneven lies. And, you know, I'd encourage you maybe even to, when you go to the driving range, you know, the driving range tee is perfectly flat, but take a couple of balls and go maybe up to the front of the tee box, even out of the rough, and just create yourself a little bit of an uneven lie. And just mess around with what that feels like. Where does, you know, a downhill lie, where does it put your weight? More in the front foot, probably. Or an uphill lie, notice how that sets the weight into your back foot, and what kind of adjustments do you have to make? You know, the ideal for any uneven lie would be to compensate and create as flat of a lie as you can, or figure out how your body moves best when your weight is not even between your feet. So, same, and then do your thinking about what club to hit, where to aim it, what might happen to the ball flight just because of the lie that's presented there. So same thing anywhere really, but especially here on number 11. I hope that helps you out next time you're here, and certainly enjoy your winter wherever you spend it. We'll be here with our cross-country skiing, ice rink on the tennis court. So come on back in, say hi when you're here. Thanks again for a great summer.